Hollywood is glitching. It's done and gone. So, time to turn the page. Welcome to New Hollywood.
Anything you need, I'm your guy. What can I do for you?
Um, actually, we.
Welcome back to New Hollywood with Renaissance Jones. Today I have two special guests, Nachela Knox and John Blaq. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you having us, bro.
Now, if y'all don't know, I go back a long way with both of these individuals. People may not know, one time or another when I was still young, I had one acting class and Nachela Knox showed up. Young, and I am so proud of where she's been since then. She's been doing her thing. And John Blaq, I don't even know what set we met on, but
We actually met on the internet.
oh snap!
I take it all the way. I was telling her not too long ago. I was like, when I met Jones, he was telling me what POV meant. We was posting, and I didn't know, and I was like, "What is P?" He was like, I was like, "Oh, my bad."
No, you all good, brother. You know I love to educate. So Nachela, award-winning director. You know what I mean? Hey, clap that up. What is this new film that you're about to drop? Tell us about the story.
Yes, so the film is called Uneven Deception, and basically, it's about an influencer. Her name is Desiree, and she is getting stalked by her security camera technician named Patrick. So it's a thrill. It's a thriller. I mean, it's supposed to be a roller coaster. When I wrote it, that was my whole intention. I was like, I want the audience to get into this movie, and they're just on a ride. So from the jump, it's just a ride. So I can't wait for everybody to see it, and got to work with some really really dope actors. Lester Green, if you familiar with the, I think it's Father May I.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was a star of that, but I mean he's done so much stuff. And then Epiphany Anderson, she just had a movie come out. It was Mirrored Lives.
Mirrored Lives.
So Brand Mosen, of course, John Blaq is in it. So, but they were all really dope. I mean, it was just a great experience, even working with, some new crew members. My DP, Eugene Bennett, like, he was awesome. And then, of course, shout out to my EP team, Kevin Hall, Dominique Santana. They were awesome, too.
So, Nachela, one thing I really enjoy about your stories, when I want to touch on, your stories are very realistic and they're different. And you not only shoot, but portray them in such a way that I can feel them. I feel like a lot of other people are just, oh, I can do that and just copy and pasting. Where yours I can actually feel. Where do you get your stories from or your creativity for that?
Yeah, if it's not something that I just kind of came up with, me and John, we brainstorm a lot. So we'll have like a brainstorm session and we'll just throw ideas out there. And then from there, I just kind of shape the idea. So with Uneven Deception, after Couch Party, I study a lot. So I look at the movies and stuff that come out. And the thing is, I like being different. Like, here's the thing. I am not no super street thugged out person. So, like, you're not going to get... like, those are the stories you're not going to get from me. I love, super commercial movies. I love super cute storylines. That's just the type of person I am. But when we were watching these movies, we was like, okay, to fit the budgets of where we are now, like, it needs to be kind of a smaller story, something we can do with maybe one or two locations. And it's just like looking at the model, because here's the thing, like, I'm a little competitive, okay? And so when my movie come out, like, I need it to be good, but like, I need to do numbers too. And I'm like, nah, the next one I do, I'm gonna try my hardest to get it into like most popular, this, that, and the third. So you just study, and I'm like, okay, we got to have a lot of drama. It needs to have this, that, and the third. And we just started throwing ideas out there. And that's where Uneven Deception just kind of got shaped. But I like them to have my voice in it. Because, again, I'm not super thugged out. But I feel like you can have, Black people in realistic situations. And it don't have to be that. This the story that's pulling you in. If I tell you that this person is an influencer and this guy is creepy and they just happen to be Black, that's just what it is.
I definitely agree, and I feel like we got away from that, especially like the '90s, where most movies are revered because you obviously you had your street stuff, but you had your love movies, you had your
Right.
silly movies, you had your, you know what I mean, you had a blank man, and
Yeah.
then you had Men's to Society. You feel me? Like, so uh salute to you on that. John, so for you, I want to know what in your background gave you the ability to be such a chameleon, because I don't think there's a role that you can't play.
I appreciate that coming from you, number one. You know what I'm saying? And for me, like, I just feel like I've lived a bunch of lives up to this point. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably think I'm a lot younger than I am, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's where I pull a lot of stuff from because I've had a lot of serious situations and doing stuff I probably shouldn't have been doing. So when I get in those movies, I can pull from that, like the joint we did. You know what I mean? But I'm a silly person. Yeah, anybody that's been around me 5 minutes know I like to joke and stuff like that. So when it comes to comedic stuff, that's still like not a stretch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put myself in a box like, yo, I'm just be this thugged out nigga because I've done this before. You know what I'm saying? I like doing all of it. So as long as it's a challenge, that's what motivate me to want to do it. You know what I mean?
Got you. Piggybacking on that, do you feel being so diverse hold you back in a sense? And let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because I might be writing something
Yeah.
and I'll be like, I don't know where the fuck to put John. Like, he could play any one of these characters, but I don't know who I see him as. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So does that kind of get in your way sometimes?
It would if I thought about it like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like y'all's job. I can't be thinking about that as the actor. Now I moved into producing, so I help cast and stuff like that. So that's a different thought process. But as an actor, I can't try to be anything. Only thing I can do is if you call or another director calls and y'all do say y'all have something you want me to try out for something, then I'm gonna just go with that. But as far as like me thinking about that from that aspect, the only thing I can say is that I try to move strategically. Like if you all noticed, I've done Blaq on Blaq with Jay.
Mm-hmm.
That started out as kind of like a Fresh Prince, Martin type thing where we were really over the top silly. But I did notice, and I'm aware that going from comedy to drama is harder than going from drama to comedy. So at that point, I started to say, now if I get too popular doing this, nobody will ever let me do a street movie. So let me start to simmer and focus on that. And that's when y'all started seeing me doing a lot of more street stuff. But then I had friends like, you don't want to get typecast. And I was like, I got this. Because they don't understand the movie making process. While I'm doing this thug movie that y'all are concerned that I'm doing this comedic joint, but you might not see that for a year.
Yeah.
So that's the strategic part of me, how I move about it. But I can't focus on what's out of my hands.
Nachela. So, no pressure. Who was your biggest diva on set?
Ooh.
We're not, and just let the audience know this is not you messy. We're being funny.
Right.
Don't take it too serious.
You know, I think for this last one, honestly, everybody was cool. You know, I do think the challenge was, the crew that I hired, a lot of them work union projects.
Mhm.
So, they are very used to a certain standard, this, that, and the third, versus a lot of the actors were non-union. So sometimes when you mix that, there's standards that they have that a non-union actor is like, what is this? Like example, at one point we were gonna do like a love scene.
Mhm.
So, my wardrobe stylist, she's prepared. She comes from the union. So, she got all the like skims and all this, that, and the third, and she's ready to give them to my actress. And the actress is like, what is this? Like, I'm not putting that. Why are you doing that? When, she got movies and love scenes. They ain't got none of that, but that's that non-union world.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you collide the two, it can get a little messy and, people will have, a bit of an attitude or they might come off like a diva because they're literally just not used to that. Like, they're not used to somebody doing their hair, doing their makeup, telling them what clothes to wear, this, that, and the third, versus, you know, the union person is like,
That's
Yeah,
just
This
how
is
it
normal.
definitely a different world. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I think if anything, that was the biggest thing. And once people got used to that, everything was cool.
John, what are your top 3 roles that you've played that you feel like?
Oh, I mean, for me, number one probably would have to be Joe from Couch Party.
Mhm.
I mean, I go out and she'll go out and they'll be like, "That's Joe." You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of fun, but I didn't expect it to get received like that. The first one I did with Brandon, The Bridge, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they enjoyed that. And I'm looking forward to Wilson in this one, An Even Deception. Again, because they're kind of quirky things that I got to get into. So watching, it's nervous, but it's like waiting to see what the reception is. And then getting a good reception is like, okay, cool. So
I definitely feel you. I do enjoy. I don't get too many, but I do enjoy quirky roles as well.
Yeah.
On Reddit, I forgot what movie was it? Tiffany the Doll. I'm like the biggest incel
Yeah, I
in
saw
cinema,
that.
so I'm just like, oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna play my rank the actors game. So it's 5. You're not gonna know who's coming next.
Okay.
Put them in order how you would put them. Like to hear? Here it go.
I'm trying not to say anything, but one is the best, 5 is the least.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
I'm the camera guy trying to be quiet.
hey, you all good. You like a second host right now.
Yeah.
All right, number 1.
And you said one is the best.
Yes.
Okay.
One is the best. Okay.
Chadwick Boseman.
Okay, for me, people might hate me. He just didn't do it for me. So he would probably be a 3.5 maybe.
No. What I'm saying is 5
Out of
ranks.
5.
Uh-huh.
So he's not your number 1, which is the best. Is
Yeah.
he your worst, which is number 5? Like,
Nah, he would be like number 3.
okay,
I
number
agree.
3.
I was going to say 3.
All right, next, Daniel Kaluuya.
I know this name, Daniel Kaluuya. Give
Yes,
me.
yeah.
Get Out, right? He's like a 2.
Yeah, 2.
Next, we have Lakeith Stanfield.
A 2 again.
You already got your 2 filled.
Oh, I can't. We can't.
Nope.
Dang. Oh, these is okay. I get you. Dang, I wish I would have known all of them
Right.
laid out.
I told you ain't gonna know who coming next.
I really like him. But for the purpose of this game,
Mm-hmm.
because I wouldn't put him as number 1,
Mm-hmm.
then I would have to put him number 4? Have I said 4 yet? No.
You haven't said 4.
Yeah, he would
Yeah,
have to
he
be
would have
4
to be
then,
4.
but yeah.
All right. Next, we have Aldous Hodge.
Give me I know the name. What project?
He was in Underground. Right now, he is.
Oh,
Alex Cross.
Alice Cross.
Yeah.
1.
5, because I don't know who else you're going to say.
And last, Jonathan Majors.
He shouldn't be number 1, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's my only one I got left. Here's the thing: he's a great actor, though. He is a great actor.
They're all great
yeah,
actors.
He's a great actor.
But he's a 5 for me.
That's
all I got left.
you had left.
That's all I
Yeah.
got left. Yeah, so he got to be number 1 for me.
Yeah. But for the record, if I knew this, him and Chad would be switched.
Yeah.
Man, I told you you wasn't gonna know what's going on. But I appreciate you guys coming through. If you segue, let us know when your premiere or when your movie's coming out or anything like that.
Yeah, so right now I would say probably around April or May. But of course, if you are following me on any of my social media, they're all at Nachela Knox. That is NACHELA KNOX. You can see it there. As far as a premiere, not sure we're gonna do that, but it definitely will be streaming for sure. So it should be out around April or May. But yeah, follow the page for any updates.
Gotcha. And John, go ahead and plug yourself, brother.
Oh man, I'm on Instagram as you could just reverse my name, JONBLAQ, and it's BLAQJON. John Blaq on Facebook, and you can Google me as JONBLAQ and find me anywhere.
I appreciate y'all coming out.
Hey, appreciate you.
Thank you.
This is New Hollywood. Cut.